Hello, my name is Gareth, and if you're watching this, I'm so incredibly grateful you're here. But to tell you the truth, this video isn't for you, it's for me. I need to get some traction going in my life, not within the context of making content or YouTube videos or anything like that, just some traction, just to get things moving. I've been reflecting over these past couple weeks on my life, my decisions, and everything that's kind of brought me to be who I am right now. And I find myself at odds with a lot of these things, a lot of what I am. And I have spent so much time in my life wanting to do this thing, wanting to do that thing, saying I'm going to do this thing, saying I'm going to do that thing. But more times than not, as soon as I say it, that dopamine fires my brain as if I'd actually done it. And then there's no need to do it, and it just becomes another thing that I wish I did or that I thought about doing. And as that list gets bigger and bigger, I find myself getting more anxious, more depressed, and more lost, quite frankly. So this video is for me so I can mobilize towards something different, because I haven't been making YouTube videos. I've made Instagram shorts, and I've made plenty of photographs before, but this is a new domain for me. So sticking myself into something completely unfamiliar and just beginning with the process and keeping an open mind and being excited about learning is something I'm excited for, not only just within this YouTube process, but within my life in general. I've found myself for the past couple months kind of depressed, kind of anxious about things that I shouldn't be. And I think it's just because I'm not moving. I'm not getting to where I want to get. I'm working towards things. Like I am making money. I'm doing my school, so I'm seeing progress in some regards, but I don't really feel connected in a meaningful way to what I'm doing. And I don't see people that often, or at least not as often as I used to, and I don't harbor as many meaningful connections in my life as I used to. And I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's given me space to reflect and to observe myself in different ways and learn from myself in different ways. But to tell you the truth, I'm just not happy. And so this video is a single step in a much larger journey towards actually doing the things I want to do and moving towards actionable change as opposed to just talking about it, because I certainly talk about it a lot. I've been reading this book on this Japanese concept called Kaizen, or Kaizen. I'm not entirely certain the correct pronunciation, but it is essentially the idea of taking very small steps and mobilizing around what progress you can make. Like, a lot of people have ambitions and dreams of hitting the gym, getting a 30-minute workout every day for their health, or getting in incredible shape. And that's awesome. I really love it when people start making that effort to do that. But the thing is, like, you get your gym membership and then you show up at the gym and you get that 30-minute session in, and that's great. But that, as soon as you lose motivation, sometimes you're going to the gym stops, or if life happens and you just maybe don't have a way to fit that into your routine because you just have so many other things going on. And I reflect a lot on my life, and I think of all the things that I want to change. And when I think of how I'm going to change them, it's always something big and grandiose. It's a grand, like, just jumping right into it. If I wanted to quit smoking, it's just like cold turkey, done. Whereas Kaizen kind of encourages you to take very small and controlled steps. So instead of maybe trying to go to the gym an hour a day, every day for, the foreseeable future, like, that's just not, like, making that change can be very strenuous on your schedule, on your lifestyle. So just maybe starting really small and building up that routine. So maybe it could be as simple as marching in front of the television for 1 minute every day. And you do that for a week. Once you've done that for a week, you're working towards developing a habit. And then from there, you can continue to extend that time. And I know it sounds silly because it's like, oh, you're only doing it in a minute. You're not getting a whole lot of exercise. You're not doing a whole lot for your health. Sure, but you're developing that skill, you're developing that habit, and you're developing that ability to see things through, which is super important. So for me, it's I've been trying to focus on taking small steps, and in those small steps being cognizant and aware of what I'm doing and what I'm engaging with. Is I cannot tell you how many hours I've spent scrolling on my phone or watching TV or engaging in things that weren't helping me grow or helping me to do more as an individual. And it's a struggle for me because it weighs on me and I want to do better, but I always don't know how to. I don't know how to meaningfully engage in change. And meaningfully engage in change that lasts too. Because you can meaningfully engage in change for a little bit, but then more times than not, if you're like me, you'll find yourself exactly where you started. And you'll probably feel worse about yourself because you failed. You're going to see it as a failure. I oftentimes get so upset at myself. And with this new practice of Kaizen, and it's a very recent development for me, so I'm not like an expert. I might not even be interpreting it correctly. It might just be my interpretation that's entirely wrong. But I've been taking smaller steps, and in those smaller steps, I've been able to be more aware of the process and my thought patterns and what I think and feel about these things, as opposed to just kind of always being in a anxiety flurry of emotions that are kind of oscillating between places because I'm going from between places all the time. So Kaizen's kind of helped me to slow down and be more deliberate in each step I'm taking, because that's how real change is made. Everyone wants to just wake up one day and be a completely new person and be that better version of themselves they always dreamed of, but it just doesn't happen like that. You have to take small, realistic steps to get there. So that's what I'm focusing on. That's what this video is. It's just a small, realistic step. Just me sitting in front of the camera, talking to it. And it's not going to go viral. It's not going to get a whole lot of views. It doesn't need to. It's for me. So I can take that first step towards doing these things I talk about, doing these things that matter to me. And hopefully by the end of it, engage with the world in a more meaningful way that matters to me. Because right now, like I said before, I'm not happy. And if I keep doing this, not saying it's going to make me happy, but I can at least see growth along the way and learn something and at least, help others along the way and gain perspective. But that's a whole lot of rambling for a whole lot of nothing. But if you've somehow stuck around and watched this far, I really do appreciate it. And I thank you. All right, well, this is your friend Gareth signing off.